With the successful launch of Persona 5 The Phantom X, one has to wonder what the future holds for this game. Are we getting more villains in the same prestige as Mr. Subway Slammer? Will there be more challenging fights like how Matador triggered the SMT PTSD? Is my boy Anderson going to be playable? Like, for real though? SEGA, please, I want my muscle bro as a tank for my party. Actually, if we take a look at the Chinese and Korean version of P5X, the future looks absolutely beautiful. From wonderful stories and villains that will make you want to punch the screen. I mean, I already want to punch Miyazawa after what he did, and he's only the second boss, which really tells us that the story will get better. Future characters that are undoubtedly designed to make us throw our wallets for them, paired with engrossing synergy stories. And of course, gacha features that we obviously want, to avoid losing another PT to Morgana. This is the reason why Persona 5 The Phantom X needs that 100% rate up character banner. But before that though, if you want Yui and Marian to go home on your accounts, then like this video and join Attack Fine for more P5X content. With people losing their minds over hitting hard PD and only to lose their pools on this kid instead of getting Joker, the number one improvement we really need for P5X is that 100% guaranteed banner. The exclusive bond, which is only available for the Chinese, Korean, and Taiwan region, is the most generous gacha feature to have ever existed, as it guarantees that you will get a featured character banner within 110 pools. Now, quite obviously, the global nor C version of P5X don't have this feature yet. And if we're going to follow the same path as the other earlier servers, then the 100% rate up banner might come in the half anniversary celebration of the game, which will be on December. That doesn't seem far away, however, the issue here is that some people are now doom posting that it will never come to the global server or the C1, simply because we didn't get it in the debut. So are the doom posters right though? Or is this another overblown reaction? I mean, there's no way they're going to let this feature be absent, considering the massive competition we have right now in the gacha market. Even the upcoming urban gacha game, the Neverness to Everness, also published by Perfect World, is introducing the 100% rate up banner on its debut. They understand that in order to attract new eyes in the oversaturated market of gacha games, you would need a feature that will stand out from leading competitors. So players are not the only one who will benefit from it. The exclusive bond will guarantee P5X to have a better position in the gacha market for being player-friendly. But for real this time. Although some are arguing that SEGA will never allow this because it will decrease the revenue from people who like to gamble their hard-earned pools. I call that take asinine, as there's no truth in those words besides speculation and occasional doom posting. Mathematically speaking, players will spend more pools on the 50-50 banner if they lose, with 160 summons. But if they lose. The exclusive bond, on the other hand, will only force players to spend 110 pools to hit max PT. Now, it does sound that they'll earn more money by not introducing the 100% banner. However, players are more incentivized to pool knowing that they will get the featured character instead of losing it to a cat. Not to mention the positive psychological impact of the 100% rate up banner, as it mitigates the fear of wasting resources with no return. Players are more willing to engage with banners knowing that their investment will yield the desired reward, even if their early rolls failed them. This transforms the image of P5X from a predatory gambling game into a more predictable resource planning. Players are more willing to spend their time and money in games that are transparent and are willing to adjust towards their enjoyment. This is further proven by Sensor Tower's data that shows that P5X's revenue increased by 10% in the 3 months after introducing the 100% rate up banner, compared to the 3 months before the change. So it's both illogical and irrational to declare that SEGA won't implement this banner strategy, proven that it earns them more money while also supporting the players. So we can definitely expect the 100% rate up banner to be introduced after the roadmap that they've shown here. Furthermore, looking at their roadmap, it seems that we have a wonderful journey ahead. Version 1.1 is dropping this week, wrapping up Chapter 2 story along with new content like the Metro line, plus new synergies and sub-stories. Version 1.2 and 1.3 will bring in palaces from Persona 5, with 1.2 focusing on Yusuke and Madarame, then 1.3 on Makoto and Kaneshiro. And if you've been exploring Kamoshida's palace in P5X, you'll notice that they are different from the original. So expect the same thing here. Both 1.1 and 1.3 will also introduce new synergies, sub-stories, and city life features. Version 1.4 will expand on this too, however it won't include major story updates as it is meant as a buffer to the massive 2.0 update coming after August. Version 2.0 will be P5X's biggest update yet, featuring Kichijoji, a fan favorite area from Royal, and launching Chapter 3 where the story reaches a whole new level of depth and quality. But for now, we'll be enjoying the new features that will be added this week in 1.1, with Yui and Marian becoming playable Phantom Idols. If you're planning on pulling for these characters, I'll have a future video with more details about their kits. But for now, here's a quick advice whether to pull for Yui or Marian. Yui as an electric assassin or single target DPS will be good for electric teams, as Motoha can buff the party's electric attacks with her second skill. To round out the team, you can either add a support like Riddle or bring in Mona for sustain. Marian on the other hand is an interesting case, considering that in the Chinese and Korean servers, she's added to the standard banner. So should you pull for Marian, given that she's not truly a limited character? Well, if you somehow failed to get a sustain like Mona or weren't able to build your Lufel, then sure, go ahead and get her now, as Marian is an excellent healer and her passive can increase damage, so she's really flexible when it comes to team composition. And if you're itching for a new sustain with some extra buffs, then go ahead and pull for Marian, especially if you love her side quests. And fortunately, to this day, even in other servers, Minami is yet to be added as a synergy. But P5X did promise us that they are working on it as she's one of the fan favorites. Speaking of requested characters to be added as a synergy or become playable, they had a poll for that, and without spoiling any future NPCs, Katayama Sensei, Wonder's homeroom teacher, is at the number 2 spot. And she does deserve that spot, as there's an air of mystery surrounding her and a shared past with Shun. And I also want to mention that the treasure hunter Tabby Cat is here at number 5. Granted, we already have Morgana, but it will be refreshing to see another playable animal character that is closer to Koromaru than a mascot. Plus, Tabby is just cuter. But this list is missing my boy Anderson. I mean, come on guys, we need our muscle bro to become playable or at least be a synergy. Of course, this survey won't 100% determine who will become playable characters, but how about you guys? Which character in P5X do you think deserve a synergy or become a Phantom Idol? I've seen recently that some people want Kotone to somehow appear here, given that they are now covering P3R content, so maybe it's not impossible to see her again. The devs did state that they want to bring Persona 4 characters into the game, and have expressed their desires to also get Tatsuya and Maya from Persona 2, as well as P1 characters. For now, I'm taking my time with P5X, especially since it feels more like a free Persona game rather than a gacha. If you're curious why it's like that, then check this video out. Join Otaka Define for more Persona content. This is Math, and stay awesome my dudes.